read these books. The stack is not aesthetically pleasing because I'm not holding it correctly. I'm scared it's gonna fall. But yeah, thanks for
She'll be the death of me, at least we'll both be numb. And she'll always get the best of me, the worst is yet to come. But at least we'll both be beautiful and stay forever young. This I know, yeah, this I know.
Okay, hey guys, it's Jocelyn, and welcome back or welcome to my channel, Jocelyn Reads. And today I'm going to be doing, sorry, my shirt looks messed up. Today I'm going to be doing my March TBR. It's a little bit late, but I was at school before this, so this is honestly the only day that I could have filmed it. But I'm going to film it and upload it today. See, I don't know if I should upload it tomorrow because I'll probably upload my booktube newbie tag today because I want to get more exposure before I do my March TBR. But maybe I should do March TBR because that's more like, what's the word? That's more date sensitive, time sensitive than a booktube newbie tag. So yeah. Alright, so the first book I want to read is The Gilded Wolves by Roshani Chosky. I wonder if that will... Yeah, I want to read The Gilded Wolves by Roshani Chosky. This book has been compared to Six of Crows, and so the people who say that this book has been compared to Six of Crows say not to compare it to Six of Crows, because if you go into it thinking that it's going to be like Six of Crows, then you're going to be disappointed. So I'm going into this thinking this is The Gilded Wolves, so because it is like I mean, sometimes you compare books because I love The Six of Crows, but yeah, this is its own book, so I'm not gonna go in expecting Six of Crows because I love Six of Crows. It's my Crooked Kingdom's probably my favorite book, and I don't want to hold this to such high standards, which I'm sure will be good too because I've heard a lot of reviews. Well, they've been mixed, but the people who I really trust have said this book is good. This book is about a heist. Yeah, that's pretty much all I know, and it's also set in Paris. Yeah, it's set in like historical Paris, and it's about a heist. So I'm really excited to read this, and I was supposed to be in a buddy read with this the first week of March. I was supposed to finish it. I'm on page 50. Yeah, I'm on page 50. So no, I did not finish this buddy read in the beginning of the month, but I don't know why I thought I would because I had a really busy week at school. But I am going to finish this hopefully today. So yeah, this is The Gilded Wolves, and I hope I really like this book. It's probably one of my books that I would think would be a 5 stars, a 5-star prediction book. So yeah. So the next book that I want to read this month is Enchante. I think I said it wrong in my vlog before, but I'm pretty sure, hopefully I'm not saying it wrong again, but I'm pretty sure you pronounce it Enchante, and it's by, yeah, I'm not sure how to pronounce her name, but that's who it's by. And I'm going to say Gita. I'm not sure. Sorry if I'm pronouncing her name wrong. I really do apologize. But we're reading this for the Banana Buddies book club, which I'm really excited about. My best friend on YouTube, on book Twitter, like in the book community, a close friend, my wifey, Sharon, she started a book club called the Banana Buddies Book Club, and I'll link the Twitter down below, and I'll link her announcement video down below. But we're reading this for March, and then we're also supposed to read I think we're supposed to read a throwback book. It's like an old plot, like not an old plot, like a 2012 plot, basically. Not plot, a 2012 book. So like we can talk about like how they, wait, are we even talking about that this month? I'm not sure. Please go watch the announcement video because I'm clearly explaining this terribly, and that's why I'm not the host. My boss bitch, Sharon, is. So yeah, I'll link her YouTube down below, the announcement video, and the Twitter account. Okay, so this book is about a girl who is basically like a con artist, maybe. I don't know if you would necessarily call it a con artist, but she is like a thief, and she's doing this because she has to provide for her brother. So she uses magic to turn metal into currency, and which she then I guess obviously uses to buy the supplies that they need. And apparently like something goes wrong with the currency. I think it won't hold its shape, so then she has to do something drastic in order to you know, keep providing for her family. So yeah, that's what this book is about, and I'm really excited to read it. I think I've heard Jake talk about it in one of Mayana's vlogs. He said it was really good. So I'm excited to read this. So the next book I'm reading in March is Vicious by V.E. Schwab. This is also a buddy read that I hope I don't fail on. We're supposed to be starting it this weekend actually. So after I finish The Good Wolves, hopefully I can jump into this. And yeah, I've heard really good things. Well, I've heard mixed reviews, but I know that I really like the concept of this. Okay, so this book is about something about like boys discovering extraordinary abilities, but I think I've heard that it's about a bit more than that, but I can't remember that much what it's about. But this is an old book, so I'm pretty sure a lot of you already know what it's about, but I'm really excited to read it. And I'm reading this with, I didn't mention, but I'm reading this with Issa from Throne of Pages, and I'm really excited, which I've said that like 5 times, so clearly I'm excited. Like, we get it, girl, you're excited, okay? But yeah, so we're reading this hopefully this weekend, and we can finish it. Maybe we'll probably finish this before the end of the week, and I'll update you guys on my thoughts if I do some type of, I'll update you guys on my thoughts, obviously my wrap up, but maybe if I do some type of reading vlog, you'll see my thoughts on that there too. So the next book that I'm reading, I'm going to tell you guys why I'm going like this in a second, but the next book I'm reading is A Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab. Oh, I just noticed that I had 2 V.E. Schwab books back to back. I haven't read any of her books actually, but I own pretty much all of them. Like, I own A Darker Shade of Magic, This Savage Song, and Vicious. So I'm trying to get into them, but I haven't had the chance to read them yet. So yeah, the next book I'm reading is A Darker Shade of Magic, which is basically about, this is what I know. This is from watching so many TBRs about it. It's about 4 Londons, and apparently this is like a magician who can travel through the 4 Londons, and it follows that. I don't really know like the major plot point, but I just know he can travel through the 4 Londons, and I think something goes wrong with that when he's traveling, basically. So I'm really excited to read this, and the reason this is high priority, and I'm mentioning it 4th because I'm doing the adventure-a-thon, I think. And I'll link the Twitter down below, and I'm gonna have a separate TBR for that, but this is one book that I know I'm gonna read and it hopefully, I voted for this on the poll for the group book, and it was winning at the time, but I haven't gone back and checked the poll since then. So hopefully this is the group book, or I might not be reading it. Well, I'm gonna read it regardless if it's the group book or not. I probably maybe just won't read the group book if this doesn't get picked. But yeah, I'm reading this for Adventure-a-thon, and it seems like a really cool readathon. So if you're looking for a readathon to participate in at the end of March, I would definitely check it out. I'm gonna link the Twitter like I already mentioned. And the reason I'm holding this book like this is because, look, when I went off to college, this is also like this is a special edition. It's an exclusive collector's edition. I'm pretty sure it's not that hard to get because I got it off Book Outlet. But still, this is an exclusive collector's condition, and it's beautiful. And my book got messed up when I was away at college. I came back from college one time, and my book was like this. And I asked, like, what happened? Like, it was in my room. There was no reason for the book to be looking like this when I came back, and no one fessed up. Like, I would think it was my dog, but my dog deadass does not chew things. So, like, if it was him, then I guess it was an accident. But if anyone else didn't, like, they did not fess up. So I thought it was one fake bitch in this house, but there's actually like 4. Like 4 fake bitches did not confess to fucking up my book. But yeah, I'm reading it this month, even though it's fucked up. I'm probably not gonna buy another one because I hate buying multiple editions of books. But this book is really pretty, and I'm gonna pull out this to show you guys. That's some really pretty fan art. I don't know who these people are. I wish I did. Hope I probably will by the end of the month. And this is the front cover. It's gorgeous. I'm pretty sure it's signed too. Let me see. I'm being rough with the dust jacket now that I just complained about someone messing it up. But yeah, the reason I'm being rough is because it's messed up and it's hard to move now. Oh, this is what I wanted to show you guys. It's signed. I think that's a signature. Haha. Yeah, it's signed. So yeah, I'm excited to get into this book. So the next book that I'm reading this month, hopefully, is The Assassin's Blade by Sarah J. Maas. I know this book, this series in general, is really controversial. Like, I've either heard people hate it or like really, really like it. So hopefully I'm one of the people who really, really like it. Like, when people say books are problematic, like, I can definitely see the problematic elements, but I'm not that much of a critical reader. Like, the only time I really don't like a book is when I can't get into it, honestly. And if something's like super problematic, where like I'm like, okay, this just should not be written. But other than that, yeah, problematic content doesn't really, like, of course I care about things being problematic, but I'm not a critical reader. That's what I'm trying to say. I just read based my ratings really on how I feel when I'm reading the book. So, oops, I forgot to keep holding this up. But yeah, so yeah, I'm reading this month, and it's technically not the first book in the series. It's a novella, but Trey at Faye Trey, I'll link his Twitter down below. He's in the bookish Snapchat group that I'm in, and like, which I love them all. Shout out to y'all. And yeah, he told me to read this before I read Throne of Glass, because apparently I will enjoy Throne of Glass more if I read The Assassin's Blade first. So I'm going to read this first, and then I'm going to read Throne of Glass. This is a lot of series that I'm starting this month, I realized, because I had Vicious, which is only like 2 books. It's only a duology, so like that's not that bad. But I have Vicious, A Darker Shade of Magic, and now this big-ass series, Throne of Glass, which I definitely won't finish this month. But yeah, I don't know if that's a bad thing to start this mini series, but I'm going to do it because I'm really into fantasy right now, and I want to read them. So the first, I don't know why I was like, but yeah, so the first contemporary book that I'll probably read this month is called That Night, and it's by Amy Giles. And the person who really got me interested in this book, because I actually haven't seen that many people talk about this book, but I think it's Jane. I think Jane from It's Jane Lindsay got me interested in it, and I put it on my Goodreads want to read, and then I saw it at Barnes & Noble, so I picked it up. Yeah, I've heard this book is basically about a tragedy that happens in this, I don't know if it's like a neighborhood, I would say more community. A tragedy happens in a community, in a community, and then it follows 2 characters after the tragedy. I've heard what the tragedy is, but when I read the inside flap, it didn't say what it was, so I don't want to spoil you guys, so I'm not going to mention what it is. But yeah, I want to read this because every single time that Jane recommends a book and I read it, especially contemporary, because yeah, Jane and Chelsea are my go-to for contemporaries. So I'll link both their channels down below. They obviously don't need me to link it because they're more popular than me, obviously. But I'm going to link them because I love them. And so whenever Jane recommends me a contemporary book, I'm really interested in reading it, and I usually really like it after I read it. So I have really high hopes for this one because of Jane. So the next contemporary that I might throw in there between the fantasies to break them up is Stay Sweet by Siobhan Vivian. Sorry if I said her name wrong. But yeah, I'm going to read this. I haven't heard that many good things about it, but to be honest, I don't care that much because what I've heard is basically that it's average. So I don't mind throwing in an average contemporary to break up some like fantasy, because I don't really want a hard-hitting contemporary because then I feel like it's just going to be like too intense of a reading month. So I know That Night is probably going to be a hard-hitting, but this will be something just hopefully just like a sweet little novel to break up some hard-hitting books that I'll be reading. This is basically about an ice cream shop in this girl's, I don't know if this is actually her on the cover, but this girl's family has owned a coffee shop, and an ice cream shop, and it's been like owned and like worked in by women for generations, and then a boy becomes an employee. So like that sounds like a cute concept to me, and I really want to read it. It'll just be something nice and light to break up a harsh reading month. So this is ironic for me to mention, because after just saying I want something light to break up an intense reading month, because I've heard like this is very hard hitting and like you're going to cry. Like literally there's a fucking tear on the cover. Like I'm going to cry while reading this. But I want to read it already. It's something that I was supposed to read in like 2017. I think this is when I heard Chelsea talking about this book. Wait, 2018. Bitch, we're in 2019. I just thought it was 2018. So yeah, this cover is gorgeous, and this book is basically about a girl who went through some type of tragedy. I know I've heard some channels mention what the tragedy is, so I know what it is, I'm pretty sure. And some other channels don't, and they say you don't find out till the end of the book. So I'm not going to mention what the tragedy is, just like I'm not going to mention it in That Night. But yeah, she goes through some type of tragedy, and then she runs across the country. She runs from Seattle to Washington, D.C. And this book follows her running. And obviously it like goes through like her dealing with the struggle from the tragedy that she went through. Yeah, this wasn't hard at all. Oh, spoke too soon. Yeah, this is my March TBR. I'm really excited to read it. Well, I guess you would say it for TBR. I don't know, grammar, not my thing. But yeah, I'm really excited to read these books. The stack is not aesthetically pleasing because I'm not holding it correctly. I'm scared it's gonna fall. But yeah, thanks for yeah, thanks for watching this video. I'm pissed because that was my darker shade of magic that I just complained about. But yeah, thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in my next one.